Yo, Second Clan raise the roof, Second Clan raise the roof, y'all. So today's video is gonna be about the more you put your energy to it, the more you're gonna get. So that's gonna be today's topic, and I'll let you know what I mean by that. So let's start off with uh subject, and then I'm gonna tell you what I will mean by implementing that into this particular issue or problem that you have. So let's say that you wind up losing a job, and then you started doing things to help you focus, feel better, feel feel more cognitive in in some things that you do, and whatever metaphysical, emotional, mentally, or physically that you're doing that is giving you a cognitive benefit for your life. Let's just say that somewhere pretty soon, within time going by, you end up getting a job, and it's everything that you could need at the point in your life. Let's say in the point in your life, at that moment you needed a job. So you get a job, and you know you went through the training and everything, and you're working the job for about a month. And let's say all these random things keep happening. Let's just say it's two things. You're not getting, you are working a job that way where they tell you when you take your break and when it's okay for you to get on your break, right? So that's issue number one. So let's talk about, let's give it another issue. Issue number two. Um, that job also has been putting some kind of ridiculous, bogus BS rules, and making it their policy that is absolutely ridiculous, right? So we're going to give two different people. Person number one is sitting around, not really speaking um, passionately with, a lot of causing a scene or whatever, but he or she is spreading the word of how they're not liking it and how much it gets on the nerves and whatever, da da da. And let's say if that person also likes going to the gym and stuff like that after obviously voicing their opinion on how it's BS and everything. And that'll be something that would rightfully piss someone off, right? Right. Here's the problem with, people who do that and then go to the gym. If you're going to the gym to not do some form of cardio after you had a stressful day like that, you're just going to get more stressed out, and your stress is going to build up and turn into something more when you're lifting weights, doing, doing whatever you're doing at the gym, except for this. If you walk, and this is where we're going to get into person number two. Person number two don't really say much about it, right? Don't really say anything about it. People come to him or her, and then, they express their concerns about whatever that's going on at that same job. And then what person number two does is just nods their head in agreement and then moves on. And what if, let's say, person number one is that person who is doing the thing that is emotionally, mentally, or physically doing something that's giving them cognitive benefits, and then going on to their life to move on by going to somewhere to go for a walk. Just walking, right? All throughout, people can give their own opinion about this, whether they want to disagree with me or whatever. But one thing you cannot, disagree with me on this. All throughout human life, in all the cycles of the human experience, that mankind, have been walking since whenever we were created, right? Before Homo sapiens, before Neanderthals, before all that, we've been walking since the dawn of time. Very long time, very long time. It's a sort of comfort that humans been doing for a very long time, and we're very built for it. We're very built for walking. We're very built for it. We're very built for it, and that's a good thing. You know, that proves that the existence of um, uh, divine level of creation and stuff like that. Um, moving on. So then let's talk about what I mean about um, um, when you put more energy into it, the more you talk about it, the more the universe will give to you, is what I'm saying. The universe works in this sort of way to where the more you speak on it, you know how people say when you speak the saying, when you speak something into reality, that's them also being in tune with this level of understanding about how the universe works. So my advice to you is, this is when you got done with dealing with the triumphant through the trials and tribulations of your life, and then dealing with not having a job and the things that happened while you didn't have a job, and then you finally have a job. That's not, and then you having problems and these issues that people want to give to you, these obstacles while you're at your job. My answer to you is this: you didn't do anything wrong. This is just life giving you a new challenge. So while that's being said, I also got a little quick advice for you guys for today. Try to stay cool out here. It is very hot. It is extremely hot. So I will give a side advice for some out of the psychological level. I'll give you something on this current thing that's happening right now. Try to uh, keep try to stay on top of bringing water and having enough water in your homes, because it is really hot out here, and it's gonna keep getting hotter. So that while that's being said, Sacred Clan, raise the roof, Sacred Clan, set it off. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.